Okay, now the topic is about higher education in Ecuador. Ecuador's current constitution dictates that higher education in the country is free, which is why access to upper level education has experienced growth since the approval of the referendum in 2009, in which the constitution was reformed. That's the reason because free admittance to public universities is one of the high points achieved by the Secretary of Higher Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation, CENSID, Spanish acronym. This is the government agency in charge of upper level education in Ecuador. In this way, the Ecuadorian government has not only offered free higher education, but nowadays they are also working towards the quality of its education. An example being the closure of 14 universities due to a lack of academic quality. Because of these closures, CENSID has implemented a contingency plan. If we remember, in the 19th century, Ecuador's education structure was under the control of the Catholic Church. But during this century, various political leaders had a tremendous effect on the education system. As early as 1835, Vicente Rocafuerte began to change the education system of Ecuador, a strong believer in education. He was known to say, "To govern is to educate." Arguably, the most significant education reform that Ecuador has ever experienced was that of Juan León Mera in the 1850s. In it is based educational reform, the restoration and the emphasis on Ecuadorian themes in the entire educational system. Nowadays, Ecuador's higher education system is undergoing dramatic change. The National Constitution of 2008 and the importance of research was elevated and drastic changes were made to the academic qualifications and employment conditions of full-time faculty. In the future, the President of Ecuador wants to improve higher education, but he wants it done his way. The government organizations such as CENSID will also bend their own rules that they set if it suits their interests, I think. But another issue is the lack of clear communication between government rules and even between the administrations and students in certain institutions. There is no clear singular standard that all schools are equally held to in Ecuador. Finally, the most important thing is that many professors will have to get their doctorate in order to be able to continue teaching. But there are no PhD programs in Ecuador. So I guess will be necessary to advance little by little and let the professors' interests improve, agreeing with the reality. After all, higher education institutions' most important populations are the students. Thank you very much.